Okay, I think we're live. Sometimes I know it has like a little, takes a little while for it to go live, but I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. So it is September 22nd, and today I am making this video for you guys to teach you how you can be attracting your most perfect coach or customer, or ways that you're going to be ways to help you utilize your social media to really speak to the perfect person, someone who is going to be able to relate to you, someone who is going to want to, when they log into Facebook or Instagram, they're going to want to check your page because you're going to be inspiring them or speaking directly to them. It's almost going to be, they're going to come to your page and be like, oh my gosh, she read my mind. And I'm going to teach you how to do that. This is something that I learned, and I need to pass it on to you because it really works, and each of us need to be doing this on a daily basis. So first, what you're going to do, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you. And this is more of like an exercise, this what I'm going to show you, and it's something that I recommend you do it tonight. Don't wait till next week, or sorry, my hair is all over the place. Don't wait until next week or when you have time. This is something that needs to be done today because you need to start utilizing this as soon as possible. I wouldn't push it off anymore because you're just going to be wasting time with your social media unless you're utilizing this, I don't even know what to call it, this idea. Okay, so let me figure out how to screen share. Desktop. Hold on. Sorry, I don't know how to do this all the way yet. Where'd it go? There it is. Oh, okay. No, that's not it. Crap. Sorry, guys. Hold on one second. Screen share. There we go. Okay. Hopefully you are seeing what says avatar. Let me hide this. Make this. Okay. So what this exercise is, hold on, I just need to double check that you guys are seeing my page. And it doesn't look like you are. Goodness, I'm sorry. I don't know why this is being so difficult. Okay, well, I'm just gonna leave it like this. Okay, so this is what is called an avatar. And basically, so what an avatar is it's gonna be your ideal customer. This is the person that if they were to sign up as a coach on your team, or even just as a customer and join a challenge group, this person would relate to you so much that they would just feel so attracted to join you, and they would feel so welcome, and they would just feel like your best friend before you even really meet, if you've never met in person or something like that. So what you're going to do is basically you're going to pick apart yourself. You are going to take every single thing about you and make it into the ideal customer or coach. And the reason why is because you are going to be able to speak to people and give them advice or give them tips, and you're going to do this as if you're talking to yourself. And people are just going to be able to relate to you. Now, not everyone is going to be able to relate to you. So let me just back up a second. The whole reason why you're doing this is because you want to have you have a niche market. We all have a niche market. Something that you know, my niche is going to be, right now, it's probably new moms, young new moms, or stay-at-home moms who, you know, need to find time to work out, or they might need some extra income to help contribute to the family income. That's pretty much my niche right now. Of course, there's more to it than that, but we all have a niche, and this exercise is going to help you find it so that you can speak to those people. So I'm just going to go ahead and explain what you're seeing right now. So this is my avatar. I named her Nicole. That's just my middle name. So, I mean, you can name them whatever you want, but so this is Nicole. She is between the ages of 25 and 32. I'm almost 28, so I just kind of picked this age range. She has her bachelor's degree. She has worked in the corporate world, but now she's also stay-at-home mom. I should probably add that in there. Newlywed, or she's been married 2 to 5 years. I've been married 3, so I can relate to newlyweds, and I can also relate to some that are a couple years old. I have been pregnant, I've been a new mom, and now I'm a mom of 1, but maybe 2 in the future down the road. So I can relate to all 3 of those. Yearly income, I put that on here. That was how much I was making at my corporate job. And the only reason why I do that is so that, because ideally that's how much I would like to be able to contribute to my family income. And that doesn't really matter at all. So don't just disregard that. It's just a little bit about me. And I already share my life on social media, and I post photos on there. So that is just a little bit about me that you can probably pick up right from my Facebook page. So going into depth, you want to have different categories: current thoughts and situations, your history, your personal traits, and that goes up over here, and then activities and interests, what you spend your money on, and what do you want. So this is going to change, and there's stuff on here that I need to add to. I still need to add some things and maybe take some things off, but this was kind of just like a brain dump. I just basically wrote this all up in just a couple minutes, but I would like to go in and add some more, but for right now, this is what I'm using. So current thoughts and situations. At the time, before I was a stay-at-home mom, I didn't completely hate my job, but I always asked myself, like, is this really what I want to do? You know, I just felt very indecisive. I didn't know what I wanted. I knew that I wasn't necessarily unhappy, but I just wanted more. I want to be able to stay home with my children, but I also want to be able to contribute to the family income or feel like I'm working at something. I don't think I could stay home and just take care of my children every day, and I want to be able to just feel like I have a purpose. Ideally, I would like to work from home. I mean, who wouldn't? It's, sounds like the best thing ever, but it's very hard working from home, especially if you're taking care of your kids. But so I ideally would like to work from home. My student loan debt is crazy. I wish it was gone. So that's a current situation for me. I'm always a little bit stressed out whenever it comes to paying for that. So I always want to make sure I have enough money to pay those bills. I want to buy a new home in the next couple of years. I care a lot about what people think about me. I love to learn about how to improve myself in all aspects, not just business-wise, but just in all aspects. I want to have a second baby soon, or perhaps I'm speaking to someone who wants to have a first baby. I have hypothyroidism, and I also had PCOS, and I had some trouble getting pregnant. So I do, and I also need help with my postpartum weight loss, which I'm working on, but that was a big struggle for me in the beginning. I love sugar and sweets, and I hate meal planning and prepping. That's just something that I don't like to do. I do it, I don't avoid it, but it's just something I just always struggle with. I hate sitting down and writing out a meal plan. I will wait till the last possible minute. So those are just some of my current thoughts, current things that I feel like a lot of other people relate to. I feel like there's also tons of people that I see on Facebook and Instagram that also love sugar, or they also want to have a baby, or they want to work from home, or they want to stay home. Like, these are just very normal things that I'm feeling that I know other people out there are also feeling. So this is what you want to put here. Things that you have going on right now that that you feel like, or you know that people relate to you. There's other people out there who do this. And if you don't have children, or if you're not married, you still have plenty of things about you. You just have to kind of give it some thought, dig deep, and think about what other things you can relate to with people. So here's some of my history. This kind of will be this will be a lot about your story. What is your history before becoming a coach, or what's your history before you ever did your first challenge group, or just anything with money too. So terrible money spending habits. I did not save any money when I first met my husband. I guess when we first started sharing money, I had no savings. I never had savings. I would work and pay my bills, and whatever was left over, I would spend on whatever I wanted. I was a yo-yo dieter. I never stuck to any type of plan. I never really had a flat stomach. That was always a trouble area for me, and it still is. I have skinny legs. My arms aren't too fat or anything, like they're, but my stomach is just my problem. And I know there's other women out there who struggle with that. Again, the hypothyroid, the PCOS. Only reason why I have that on the history is because I did struggle with the PCOS before getting pregnant, and I had somewhat of a hypothyroid. Definitely not as severe as after pregnancy, but I did have it before I got pregnant. I just didn't realize that it was even there because my doctor was treating it before it got bad. But anyway, again, I had trouble getting pregnant. I used to take antidepressants for a while. I don't take them anymore, which is nice. I used to go to the gym, but I hated how much time it took away from, daily life, driving there, being there. I would take 45 minutes to an hour by the time I walked in and walked out. Driving home, it was just very long, and I just hated that. I was never motivated to do it. I used to drink a lot. That was more so in college, a little bit after college, and mostly up until I became a coach. I struggled with that. My heaviest weight was 145, mostly from drinking and eating, and just not exercising. I mean, I ate whatever I wanted and drank whatever I wanted. So personality traits, these are just going to be things about your personality. I'm an open book. I don't really hold my feelings back. I'm independent. I'm very impatient, which is something I know a lot of people also can relate with. I want results quickly. I'm very impulsive. I make quick decisions. I'm stubborn. I get sidetracked very easily. So if you see me, meal planning, I'm writing a meal plan, I will literally go find something else to do or get sidetracked pretty much on purpose so that I don't have to do it. But anyway, I don't stay focused. I like to make lists. I like to have the house clean before I can sit down and do anything. I hate sitting down on the couch to watch TV when the house is a mess, or even sitting down to do some beach body work. I hate doing it unless my house is straightened up. I just feel like I can't do it, or I need to remove myself from the messy room or the dishes in the sink and go hide in a different bedroom, which I'm doing right now, because then I don't have to look at anything. I always need to be on the go or doing something. I rarely sit down and watch TV or do nothing unless it's 10 or 11 o'clock at night. So some of my activities, and I'm just going through this all because I want you to see what I'm putting about myself so that you can do the same thing. And hopefully some of these ideas that I have written down will help spark I hope it'll spark some of your personality traits and get your mind going a little bit about what you need to be putting down for this. I love fitness and nutrition, or at least helping women with it. I can't say, I'm not perfect with it. Nobody is, but I do enjoy it. I love going on Pinterest. I'm not very fashionable, or at least I don't think so, but I love looking at fashion magazines or looking at things about clothes and style online. But if you see me right now, I'm wearing black shorts and a gray shirt, and I don't ever get dressed up really, and I just am not very fashionable, but I do enjoy it. I love reading magazines. I love watching videos on YouTube, and I love reading and watching about like how-to type videos. I do them all the time. I literally go to YouTube and write how to organize your house. Like, I love those types of videos. And I know there's others out there that do too, because YouTube is filled with these types of videos. So obviously somebody out there is also feeling the same way I am. I spend my money on clothes. I love Target. I love looking at decorations for the home. I love getting my hair done and my nails done. I love baby stuff, baby clothes, books. I'm always buying a new books. I love coffee mugs, you know, all kinds of girly stuff, basically. And the reason why you want to do this spends money on type thing, or really anything with this avatar activity, is it's going to help you target down who you want to speak to. I want to speak to girls who like decorating, or girls who like fashion or clothes, or girls who like to read, moms who like to read, moms who need some time to go get their hair done. So just think of things like that, where you basically want to, you know, there's other people out there who are doing these same things that you are. So just write down anything that you can think of. So these are just a few of my wants, basically, just in life. I want to be debt-free. I want to build a new home. I want to inspire others, feel confident. I want to be at my goal weight, and I want to be a role model. There's more to this. There's more to these last 3 columns, these last 3 sections. I just kind of did this really quickly. But again, this is going to change. It's not going to always stay the same. So it's okay. I just have this saved in a Word document so I can easily update it. But you want to be flexible with this. You're not always going to be obsessed with baby stuff, or you're not always going to, you know, want to browse Pinterest. Eventually you might get over that and want to browse a different website. Like, so be flexible with this. It's not permanent. It's just what's going on in your life right now. So you need to do this. You need to really sit down and drill down who you are from the inside, everything about you, and write it down in this exact way. I'm going to share this in, where did that come from? Avoids confrontation. Was that there the whole time? I don't know. You want to, I'm going to put this in our team page so that you don't have to recreate one. But sorry, what is going on? Sorry. But this is exactly how you want to set it up. And so I'm gonna just go into ways that you can use this avatar to speak to. Well, no, these questions, these 1 through 15 questions, I'll also post in our group. But these are going to be more ways that you can speak to the ideal coach, or the ideal customer, or just your market in general. And again, it's very related to your avatar. It's going to be things that you are doing or feeling or have thought of. So I'm just going to go ahead and start reading them. So this is the same exercise as the avatar. You need to do these questions as well, just as important as writing up your avatar. Sorry, I just heard the baby crying. What is the #1 question I get asked all the time? This is something that I don't necessarily get asked this a lot through social media, but out in public, when I see family or friends and we kind of just catch up, I get asked a lot, what exactly do you do as a coach? Like, or what is coaching? Like, what do you do? What do you do every day? So I get that asked a lot. Another question I get asked about is, do you really make money with it? How do you make money with Beachbody? Like, don't you just sell products? Like, so I get asked those questions a lot. And so a perfect social media post to speak to someone, because you know there's other people out there who are thinking exactly this, obviously, or else they wouldn't be asking me this. But constructing a post that explains this in depth, what you do as a coach, or what do you really make money with it? And you don't necessarily need to make this like a long post or anything like that, But just think of ways, creative ways to make this a post on your social media, and people reading your Facebook page or your Instagram page are going to be like, wow, how did she know that that's what I was thinking? Like, because people are going to scroll your page and they're thinking this. Maybe not everyone, but there's going to be some out there who are thinking this, and they're going to read it and be like, she just took the question right out of my head. So constructing a post towards these questions and towards these ideas is really gonna, nail down these people and answer their questions without even having them, they won't even think about it anymore. What should my ideal customer avatar be asking me that they are not asking me yet? What is a challenge group? I feel like I am, on social media, I post about challenge groups all the time, and I don't really have people that come to me and ask me what they are. Unless, of course, they don't come to me and ask me what they are unless I am reaching out to them, asking them to join me, and then they say, well, what exactly is it? So that's a question that I wish people would message me and say, what exactly is a challenge group? So I'm going to make a post saying what exactly is what a challenge group is. Maybe the next time I, make a post about my challenge group, I'm going to really explain it so that people can read it and be like, once again, wow, how did she know that I was thinking about that? So that is something that I kind of am surprised people don't ask me. It's just, I don't know, maybe I do explain it pretty good, but I think I don't at the same time, because I have people who, once we start talking about my group, they're always like, well, what exactly is it? They ask me in a message, but I feel like if I can make a post about it, it would answer a lot more questions, and maybe people would be opted to join me more. What are my top 3 posts on Facebook? So you're gonna go through your page, your Facebook page. If you're a newer coach, then this might not really apply to you, because maybe you're not very active on Facebook, but now that you're a coach, you're gonna be more active. So you can hold off on this one, but I've been a coach for 2 years, so I can easily go back to the last 6 months and see what my most popular posts are. If I can remember, they're probably something with me and the baby working out, or something with me and the baby. I get a lot of hits on things with me and the baby, or being a mom and having a baby, but finding time to work out. I feel like those types of things I get more traction with. So what you're going to do is the top 3 things on Facebook that you see are, getting a lot of hits. You're going to keep continuing to make more content like that. Not necessarily the same thing. I'm not going to continue posting the same picture of me and my baby working out or something like that, but similar things, because that's obviously what people like, and that's what they want to see, and that's what's going to have them interacting with your page. So which experts does my ideal customer avatar find valuable, or whose opinion do they really value? Basically, you want to see who are they following on Instagram, or what types of people or things are they sharing on Facebook. Some that I see a lot are Joel Osteen. I see people sharing things from him, or I don't know. There's a couple on Instagram where if you're scrolling through Facebook, just look at what people are liking or commenting on or sharing. Just look at who are they really following. So what could my ideal customer avatar talk about all day long? This could be anything. I mean, what could you talk with someone with all day long? For me, I could probably talk about the 21-day fix all day long. And it doesn't necessarily have to be fitness or health, but just anything. What do you enjoy? But that's just, that program, I just love it. I don't know, I could talk about it to anybody. Or my other thing is probably personal development books, or gratitude. Lately, I've been doing a lot with gratitude, so I could talk about that a lot with people. What is my ideal customer avatar most afraid of? This I would tie in with coaching. or joining a challenge group. So most afraid of, they're probably most afraid of, or what was something I was most afraid of when I became a coach was probably coming off as a salesperson to people. So I could construct a post, maybe talking about how as a coach, you know, I don't know, you could really do anything with this, but I would kind of ease their mind about coming off as salesy or having to make sales or being a salesperson, because that was something that I always struggled with in the beginning, was that people were going to think that I was trying to sell them. So I could write a post about just something, I don't know off the top of my head, I would have to think about it, but just something to ease their mind, to know that coaches are not salespeople. You'll never see me try to sell something to them. And if I do come off as a salesperson, I'm sorry, because I'm definitely not trying to. So think of something that you're most afraid of, whether it doesn't necessarily have to be with coaching. It could be with your nutrition. Are you most afraid of falling off track and maybe getting back to where you were when you first started? Like, just anything. And you need to be talking to the person who is also afraid of that. What would you say to yourself? What would you say to them? If you had someone come to you and say, I'm afraid of falling off track, I'm going away on vacation this weekend, what am I going to do? Make a post about that. Are you going on vacation this weekend? Here's some tips for you. So just, this can be anything. This can be the most afraid of can be 5 things. They can be afraid of 10 things. And you can pick different things to talk about. It doesn't have to be one thing. What does my ideal customer need to know about me? They need to know that I'm human. I cheat on my meals. I don't exercise every single day. Just anything that they need to know so that they can also relate to you. And I will construct a post saying about how I have cheated on my meals and I'm only human, or I made a mistake and I didn't work out in 7 days. It's happened. And you've seen me post about that before. I've admitted it. And usually people are very supportive, like, oh, don't beat yourself up. And I don't necessarily do it to beat myself up. I really kind of post it so that other people can see that I'm a coach and I don't have to be perfect to be a coach, or I'm a coach and I don't, you know, you don't have to be perfect to join us. So just anything like that they need to know about you that will help them relate to you a little bit more, so that they are not like, oh, I can never be a coach. I can't stay on track with my diet, or whatever the case. Tell them you can't either, but you're trying your best, and being a coach is going to help you stay on track a little bit more. What is my ideal customer avatar posting on Pinterest, watching on YouTube? It might be a little bit hard to see what they're watching on YouTube. I mean, I would just, what do you watch on YouTube? Like I said before, I go to how-tos. I love watching how-to videos. I love watching tutorials on how to do your makeup, or how to do your hair, or how to organize, things like that. So that could be something that you can start making videos about on YouTube, or you can start a Pinterest board on organizing the home and start talking to people that way. Whatever you do, or if you're not on YouTube or Pinterest, then what are you looking at on the internet? What do you search? What do you like to do? What do you Google, or what attracts you on the internet, or even like Instagram? What do you like to look at Instagram? Is there any particular people that you like to go visit their profile? What about their page do you like, or things like that? What is the real need that I can satisfy under my ideal avatar's greatest want? I don't understand this question. That's why I don't really have anything there. If someone understands this question, you can explain it to me, because I don't understand that one. I guess, what is their greatest want? They want to lose weight, and a need that I can satisfy. I can set them up with my challenge group, or my biggest want right now is to lose 20 pounds. So what I'm going to do is follow my nutrition plan for 21 days, give myself a little break, not completely indulge in bad eating, but give myself a little break and then hop back on and do it again. Maybe that's what this question is asking. I never really understood this one, but that sounds like that's what it is. What could help my ideal customer avatar right now? This is going to be something that they can implement right away. A quick post to help get them started with clean eating, or a good recipe, or a positive thinking exercise. I put in quotes or in parentheses a grocery list. So I think for me, and you guys can use this idea too, is I think sharing my grocery list with people would be nice. They could, or maybe my grocery list and my meal plan for the week. And this way they can look at it on their phone and go to the store and get everything I'm buying and follow my meal plan. It's something I'm writing every week anyway, but it's something that some people just don't necessarily feel like they have time to do it, or they don't necessarily feel like they know how to do it. So this is something that they can take with them right now, and they can use it, and it will help them. And that's just something that like I said before, I hate meal planning. So my ideal person for me right now, something that would help me, would be someone else's grocery list and meal plan. So I'm going to start sharing that. I'm probably going to ask them to send me their email address, and then I'll email it to them. I'm not necessarily going to blast it on Facebook, but I probably will ask people if they want to see my grocery list and meal plan. Comment below with your email, and I will email it to you. Another thing could just be some quick 10-minute exercises, just something that someone is going to look at and be like, wow, like that was so nice of them. I can't believe they just shared that with me. Just something that they really want, something that you would really want right now that would help you. Top 3 things that are preventing my ideal avatar from buying a challenge pack, joining my challenge group, or my team. These are going to be your objections. What are the objections that you're hearing? And whatever those objections are, you're going to want to start talking about on social media. My top 3 right now is I don't have time. I'm home all day with my kids. I can't even imagine squeezing in an exercise. My next one is I don't have the money right now. I just can't really afford it. My third one would probably be I just don't feel like I could stick to a plan, or I just don't think I'm ready to be this strict. Those are probably the top 3, and honestly, they're probably the top 3 that you're hearing right now. These are very, very common objections. So you're going to want to start posting on your social media page about how they can overcome not fitting in the time. How do I do it? I work out when either my son is sleeping, or I put him in the pack and play for 15 minutes during my workout while I do 15 minutes of it, or until he gets bored. If he stays in it for the full 30 minutes, awesome. But most of the time while I'm working out and he's in his pack and play, I'm sitting there talking to him, or clapping my hands, or just trying to keep my attention on him while still watching the TV and doing my workout. Other moms can do this. I know they can. It's not that hard, but it's just a matter of making yourself have the time for it. If he's taking a nap, it's very easy for me to do my workout. So that's something that maybe I will start talking about on social media, is how I do it. Because I have been hearing that objection a lot, is just I can't fit in the time. There's just no way I can do a workout. And there is, you can, it's just, it's not your priority right now, and that's okay. It's not everyone's priority. So that's what I'm going to start talking about, and that's what you need to start talking about, is those objections. Because once again, people are going to see your post and be like, wow, how did you know that I was thinking that? Because it's exactly what I'm thinking right now, or what I have thought in the past, and someone needs to talk to me about it. Okay, sorry, my child is crying, and my husband should have him, but I'm just hoping that he does. Okay. What is something my ideal customer / avatar is not expecting from me, but if I, hold on one second, if I created it, it would knock their socks off? Give me just 1 second. I'm just going to go check and make sure that my husband has the baby. Okay. What is something my ideal customer slash avatar is not expecting from me, but if I created it, it would knock their socks off? So this could also tie into that grocery list I was talking about, but what's something you're really good at that you could help someone with, that if they saw it and you gave it to them, they would not even believe that you just sent them that for free? Again, does tie into the grocery list, but maybe you could give them 10 tips for meal planning, or creating your meal plan, or prepping, or your menu for the week. But something so awesome that they are just going to be blown away. Maybe a week's worth of extra 30-minute exercises that you designed, and you're going to email it to them for them to do it at home. What is my ideal customer avatar embarrassed to admit? For some, this would be to bring up that they need help, that they have lost control, or that they have an eating disorder, something that they just would be so embarrassed to admit to you. Or something more so for me, maybe they're embarrassed to admit that they have hypothyroidism, or that they have trouble getting pregnant, or something like that. And so I've posted about this before, about the hypothyroid, about how it doesn't feel good. I work out, exercise, and eat right, and I still have health issues. So it just goes to show that, this is going to be something that deep down, like, what might be something that you're embarrassed to admit that someone else out there is also experiencing it. So what has my ideal customer avatar tried in the past that has not worked for them? Other diets, other programs. For coaching prospects, a lot of people have tried other network marketing companies. Not to name any, but there's a ton out there right now, especially health related. And maybe they've tried those ones and they've just failed miserably, or they just didn't have a passion for it and they're just afraid to do it again. Or maybe they've tried other diets or other workouts, or maybe they've tried going to the gym, or just anything that they've tried before in the past that has not worked for them. I have tried the gym. I've done Weight Watchers. Weight Watchers worked for me, but it was lacking the exercise side, so I had to go to the gym for that. Not necessarily, these things didn't not work. They just didn't feel right to me. I didn't like going to the gym. As far as network marketing, I did try to do, not Avon, but or not Mary Kay, like the Mark Cosmetics. I guess it's a side of Mary Kay or Avon. I can't remember which one it is. But I tried doing that. Obviously, it was days. I tried it for days. And it just wasn't me. I love makeup, but I'm not the type of person to sit there and host parties and have people over my house and put eyeshadow on them. That's just not me. So I did fail at that. And so when I did sign up to become a coach, it brought me back to that Mark Cosmetics incident where, I just wasn't feeling it. And I was like, oh, what if I don't like this? So, anything that you have tried in the past, or people that you have been talking to that have maybe told you that they've tried in the past and it hasn't worked for them, how can you talk to them? And lastly, what does my ideal customer avatar need to believe before they buy a challenge pack, join my challenge, or join my team? They need to know that it will work for them, that they have what it takes to be successful, that I'm going to train them, support them, I'm going to give them the right tools. So these are all things that I can mention in one of my posts. When I'm doing a call out for becoming a coach, I can say these things like, I'm going to support you, I'm going to train you, I'm going to give you the tools you need to be successful. Those are the things that people need to hear, to know that you're going to be there for them and you're not just going to leave them hanging. So I hope that this exercise will help you. Again, hold on, I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Again, I think you guys need to be doing this. Oh, wait, there we go. You guys need to do this tonight, tomorrow, as soon as possible. Because if you're making posts on social media right now, you're probably not speaking to anyone. You're probably just being broad. And you don't want to do that. You don't want to just talk to anybody, because yeah, you'll attract some people. Don't get me wrong. I didn't always speak to a certain niche market. It's something that I have recently started doing, actually, since I had a baby, or I guess when I became pregnant was when I started really talking to a more of a niche market. But ever since having a baby, and trying to find that balance and juggling working out and eating right, I've noticed that there's probably so many other moms out there going through this, and I need to start speaking to them and talking to them and telling them how I'm overcoming things. So you need to be doing this right now and start constructing your social media posts around things like this. Now, spread it out. You know, don't talk about everything all in one day. You know, plan out your week and how you're going to touch on different things throughout the week. So that's all that I have for tonight. I'm going to probably go into this a little bit more. Maybe I'll make a video. I think I'm going to make a video more about how to plan out your social media posts, and make a schedule for that. So if you guys have any questions, you know, you can comment in our team page on Facebook. You can always email me or text me or anything to get in touch with me. But if you do have any questions, once again, I'm going to post the documents in our group page so that you can fill in your own avatar and make your own. And hopefully you can get started on talking to your market, and you'll be attracting people like crazy. All right. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.